Yeah, just thank you for the contributions. Like all we have said is that children have right to be inquisitive. It is in their nature to ask questions. So we shouldn't deprive them of such opportunity to ask questions. I know the experience of some African parents, I'm not sure they're in this church, is that sometimes as soon as the question is asked, the eye contact will tell the child that you have asked the wrong question. And if the child is close by, like some of us, the knock you will get on your head. You will be confused, what have I done wrong? Because you are trying to find out what I gave an example of myself that while I was a child, I was very inquisitive, but my own is that I don't even ask questions, I want to demonstrate it by myself. I want to do things, so I unplug things and I scatter things just for me to discover for myself. And it ended up me getting koboko every time. To the point that sometimes myself and koboko became 5 and 6, so I couldn't be bothered, whatever I want to do. But you see, like we said, the younger generation will always want to ask questions. This time around, they know they agree for anybody. If you don't answer them, they will look for another person to give them the answer. And the internet is now having ready-made answers for every one of them. Imagine Isaac and his father Abraham going to that mountain. Who will be thinking about what God will provide? I'm sure Abraham is lost in thought about what is going to happen. So for him to be bringing such kind of questions, sometimes it can be irritating and even provocating. And yet, he gave him the answer, like Prof mentioned. He may not be so 100% sure, but there's faith. I believe God will do something. I don't know how, but God will provide. And indeed, God responded to it. So we should always respond to the curiosity of our children. Of course, it doesn't mean that at their level, we can give them the full dose of the content of whatever they ask. Sometimes you have to regulate what is good for their age and then let them grow before they get the other one. Otherwise, if you overload them with the content based on the question they ask, it will even destroy them. So the grace of God will help us not to shut them down, but at the same time to give them according to their level.
Amen.